I started doing drugs again in quarantine. Anybody else give up? Those of you who made no sound, I know the edibles are kicking in right now. Same. I did. I started doing drugs again in quarantine. The S on that is slightly misleading. It's one drug I do a lot. It's weed. I smoke a lot of weed, okay? And I get it. Weed isn't even considered to be a drug anymore. Like on the spectrum of self-care, falls somewhere between hot yoga and masturbation. Everybody's doing it, and it is sticky. Guys, I'm not originally from Colorado. I'm from a really small farming town in Maryland, and where I am from, smoking weed is a sin. And it is up there with, like, doing hand stuff with your cousin. It's gross. My cousin is so ugly. Any narcs here tonight? Show of hands. Narcs? Cool. So I also started doing cocaine. And what they don't tell you when you do cocaine is that if you do it when you're already really drunk, it renders you completely fucking annoying. I am 10 beers, 2 shots, and 1 bump deep. I turn into a dog whose owner just got home from work. Boom, pass out in the front lawn. This lady is high on cocaine. Can you meet me in the bathroom in 7 to 8 minutes? I was feeling really irritable during quarantine. Who wasn't, you know? But I did the responsible thing. I went and I saw my doctor. And it turns out that I am bipolar and have PTSD. So, what a relief. Because I thought I was just a bitch. Which I am, but at least now, it's clinical. You guys are laughing so hard at that joke. I feel like you're my target audience right here, front row. Hell yeah. You guys celebrating anything tonight? Just getting white girl wasted? Awesome. The PTSD diagnosis was confusing. Like, I have never been to a war zone. My husband deployed to Iraq 5 times, and all he ever came home with was a great tan and a boner. Some of you have been. The bipolar diagnosis was less surprising. There were signs over the years, like taking ecstasy before my son's 4th grade production of The Nutcracker. No, do not feel sorry for him. He's not the one who wandered on stage with glow sticks and embarrassed himself. This is when The Late Show gets weird, guys. We do stuff on The Late Show that we don't do on the early shows. Are you with me, or are you guys gonna tighten up? I love it. I got a weird story to tell you. Follow me. Hypersexuality is a really common side effect of bipolar disorder, guys. So look, when I was younger, I had a best friend. His name was Peely. He was Hawaiian, ethnic, exotic. We played soccer together. We had matching light-up tennis shoes. It was love. And we were in a play, you may know it, A Charlie Brown Christmas. And I was Woodstock, and he was Snoopy. And there's a part of the play where we have to go into the doghouse together. And I leaned in, and I kissed Peely. And he smiled at me and said, "You're my first kiss." And I smiled back at him and said, "I'm gonna jerk you off in this doghouse." I just love knowing there's a 35-year-old man out there who has to disclose to all of his sexual partners that the Peanuts comic strip is his kink. Getting awkward boners in the greeting card aisle at Walgreens. You guys see what I'm saying? Didn't stop there. The hypersexuality. One time I stole a camel from a nativity scene. And I took lewd photos with it for my Aladdin erotica site. That shit went viral. Now it may only take one Kardashian to break the internet, but in 1999 it required a very strong dial-up connection and 5 camel toes. Not a lot of math tonight, guys. Thanks for following me on that journey. I appreciate you so much. I'm bisexual, not just for the attention. No. And a lot of my conservative family members, they blame my sexuality on the bipolar disorder, and you know what? They're probably right. Like, if it hadn't been all those crazy years of poor decision making, I definitely would have just been a lesbian. Honestly, hear me out. I blame my sexuality on my mom. Here's why. She's the strongest woman I know. She raised her 6 brothers. She held down 3 jobs when I was in high school because all she wanted me to know was that I could do anything a man could do, and that's beautiful. So no, I don't cook, I don't clean, I only cry over sports. I'm looking for a good woman too.